This box just arrived today from the UPS guy. I'm incredibly excited to open it up. Inside is the Nintendo Switch, brand new, fresh from the factory, shipped to me from Best Buy today. Let's open it up and see what we're looking at. This is the 7th console from Nintendo. The 7th major console. Of course, the original NES and the Super NES. The Nintendo 64, the Nintendo GameCube, the Wii and the Wii U, and this is the 7th item. Shipping receipt, put that aside. Here we go. That's how it arrived. Nintendo Switch box, really beautiful box. Let's get it out. I'll put this empty box aside. Let's take a minute and look at the box here. I opted for the Joy-Cons that are the blue and the red neon color. The standard option is gray, that's the default. That's the front side. It looks like it flips open here. I've got some images of gameplay on this side and more of the same on this side. And let's see. Bottom, there's the top of the box with that imagery, and here is the kind of more on the go switching on or taking off the Joy-Cons. Let's get a little further here. Of course, we've got all sorts of warnings and descriptions in here, the contents of the box, warning, the serial number for my unit. Here we go. Okay, inside right away we've got our two Joy-Cons and the console itself, the Switch console. Let's talk about this first, which is the most exciting element of this system. This is the Switch console. This is the brains of the whole unit. It's a touch screen here, 720p, an HD signal. Let's look. We've got on the side here. This is where the Joy-Cons slip on. We'll get to that in a bit. First, let's look at some of these other ports. A little volume button, power button there. This is our headphone, our audio out. And here is where the game cards go in. A little proprietary card that slides in there. That's where you put the game in. This looks like a vent for air to keep it cool. This is the kickstand. So there's 3 modes of play for this. I'm sure you know. You can play like this with the kickstand set up. You can play on your TV, connect this to the TV through the Switch dock, or you can use it as a handheld. You'd slide the Joy-Cons onto either side and take it with you and play that way. This also has a micro SD slot. Let me see if I can find that. Micro SD slot where you would put a micro SD card. It's hidden underneath the kickstand there. That's for to extend the memory. It has 32 gigabytes internal memory right now, but you could put your micro SD card there to add up to 2 terabytes of additional storage space. Okay, it's a lithium-ion battery inside here. It's supposed to last about 3 to 6 hours, depending on the game that you're playing. It's got 802.11 AC wireless connectivity for connecting to just about any network you would have in your home or office or on the go at the airport, wherever you're taking this. It's got a custom NVIDIA Tegra chip inside. That's the brains of this whole thing. Makes everything tick and think. And then it's got a USB-C port for charging. This is how you charge it, either in the dock or separately from a USB-C port connected to a wall or outlet of some sort. I think that's about all I want to say about that. Let's move on to the Joy-Cons. I'm going to set that right there. Got this plastic wrapper that the Switch console came in. Here are the Joy-Cons. We'll start with this guy. That's the right Joy-Con. The the right side. This Joy-Con, they both have an arrangement of buttons like this. This right side has the classic Nintendo A, B, X, and Y buttons. It's also got this little plus button there that you can push. There, inside this right side Joy-Con is an NFC reader for Nintendo Amiibo, the Nintendo Amiibo line. You can bring your toys close to it and it'll recognize those, and you'll be able to have the toy appear in your game. This analog stick, and it also acts as a button. You can push there. There's a button up top here, a little shoulder button, and inside where it connects to the Switch console, there's a left and a right button too. So if you're playing single-handed, or I'm sorry, with a single Joy-Con in two hands, you would be able to use that. Also, this little home button that's only found on this right side Joy-Con. Return exit out of the game or menu access, that sort of thing. And then at the bottom there's an infrared sensor. This will read distances of objects, and it can also recognize apparently hand gestures, hand shapes. So if you're it could tell that you've got a rock signal or a scissor signal or a paper signal, and little things like that through that infrared sensor. That is the right side Joy-Con. Let's look at the left side. Real similar, with a couple unique features to it. So it also has this analog stick, and again, the 4-button layout. These are just directional, up, down, left, right. Instead of a plus, it's got a minus sign, minus button. And then this little button here is a dedicated screen capture button. So you can push that anytime and take a picture of the screen of your image, either on the tablet itself, on the console, or if you're playing on TV. And eventually Nintendo said you'll be able to start capturing live video through that. Another pair of buttons here on the shoulder, and then on the interior, again, you've got a left and a right shoulder button that you can press. So both of these Joy-Cons have a gyroscopic motion-sensitive controls. It's able to tell how it's oriented, and they also have what Nintendo calls an HD rumble feature, where there's a very delicate, very precise feeling of motion inside of these Joy-Cons for some haptic feedback in different games, and that's really neat. Nintendo's really stressed that and emphasized that with this system. Let's see. Let me set these aside, and we'll keep working our way through our box here. So I'm going to remove these two plastic wrappings and this cardboard that holds those. Inside a little further, let's start here with the more boring stuff. This is an HDMI cable. If you don't know what that is, then I don't know that I can help you very much. This is a power adapter. I won't take that out, but that plugs in, obviously, into the wall, and then this will connect to the dock, the Switch dock that we'll get to. Set those there. Okay, this is the grip. This is a little accessory that you can connect these two left and right Joy-Cons to for when you want to play either with the kickstand of the console, or if you want to mount the console in the dock and connect that to your TV, and then have your Joy-Cons at the couch or wherever you happen to be playing. That's kind of what this is for. That's how that works. We have two little grips. Two little straps that slide on to either Joy-Con, and this is really the way you would use it mostly when it's just the Joy-Con by itself. You'd want to be wearing this. You can connect this around your wrist to make sure you're not throwing your Joy-Con at your TV or breaking it. These little buttons here are just pass-throughs. You can see on this underside, they enable you to still use these buttons that are hidden on the kind of the interior of the Joy-Con. That's what that does. So we've got 2 of those, that's one, and here's the other one. Same thing, these came in black. Actually in Japan, you were able to customize this configuration of the Joy-Con and these little components here. You could get, of course, the neon red and blue, the default gray, or the black, and you could mix and match any pattern that you wanted. This looks like just instructions, system update information, care and maintenance kind of thing. Set that aside, and inside here, the last thing in this box, I'm going to get this box out of the way, nothing else here. Last thing here, take this out very carefully. This is the dock, of course. This is the dock where the Switch sits. So this port at the bottom here connects to a tiny port. I'm not sure if you can see that right inside in the very middle back. That's the port where the Switch connects here. And this is, there's not much to this. It's kind of a power pass-through. It will charge your Nintendo Switch when it's sitting here in the dock, and it also takes a video feed from the Nintendo console to the Switch here and then out to your television. Let's open up on the back side here. Let's flip this open if we can. So this just pops open like this on the back side, and you can see the AC adapter, that's our power. The HDMI out, that would go to our television, and then there's a USB port right there also. Nintendo hasn't said much about what these USB ports are used for. There's one here and 2 here. There's one USB 3 and 2 USB 2 ports. Like I said, Nintendo hasn't said what devices can be connected to that. I think that's about everything. Altogether, manufacturer suggested retail price $300 for this. I'm incredibly excited to have this system and play. It's the next generation. It's the newest and the best from Nintendo. They make fantastic products. The limitation, as I see it right now, is the line of games. The library is a little bit small right now. I'm hoping that grows quickly. Right now, this is really a great way to play the latest Zelda game and not a lot else. There's a couple other games that have got me excited, like Shovel Knight or Super Bomberman R. Yeah, I'm incredibly excited to get this powered on and turned on and get to playing some Nintendo games. It's completely region free. You can play this any games from around the world, from Germany or Japan. There's no lockout of any sort. The carts or the content from any part of the world will work. And the subscription service that Nintendo has associated with this system is supposed to launch late 2017. It's a kind of a paid subscription service, multiplayer, online lobby, and then like a voice chat option. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something and had fun. Go out and buy a Switch. I'm really looking forward to playing this and posting some videos about it. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and all the best to you in your gaming.